Congratulations. All right. Coach, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, UCF is here. We're joined by head coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson, senior Siani Martin, and senior KK Wright. As been our format, we'll take an opening statement from coach and then open up to questions for the student athletes. Coach, your thoughts on the game, please.
I think having a bye and watching the first game and then having to come out the second game where the other team's already played, that's a little nerve-wracking a little bit. So I feel like, to start the game, we were missing layups and turning the ball over, because we were so excited and we wanted to come out really aggressive. I think we settled in there in the second and third and fourth quarter, just defensively. I think our team came out really hard, played great defense, and just played balanced and together. So we're really excited to get the win. Wichita State, they're young, but they play super hard and they do a really good job.
Take questions for coach and the student athletes. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Here we go.
Coach, you mentioned the second and third quarter starting to settle down. The team was actually a tightly contested game, 11-9 after the first, but then there was a 13-0 run that sparked the team in the second quarter. What kind of sparked that?
I think when we play really good defense, and get stops, and we can go in transition, and obviously that's what we really like to do is just run in transition, draw fouls. I thought we were doing a good job drawing some fouls too, so we were getting some easy points from the foul line. So everything is always, when we play really good defense and play good defense together and get stops, I think it really just fires our team up. And I thought we were getting good box outs. They crashed the boards really hard, and we were getting really good box outs. And we weren't bailing them out. I mean, they only went to the foul line 4 times, and that was one of our keys to the game, not to bail them out. So I just think we just really concentrated on our game plan.
Stay here. Right here.
Coach, another big part of the day, you talk about a little bit crashing the boards, but there were 22 second chance points for your team. How important is that to have a presence inside?
Yeah, obviously I'm blind and I can't see what it says and who got the offensive rebounds on our team, but 16, I can see it, 16. Moss had 6 of those offensive rebounds. Janaea, which is great, we call her a little scrappy, she had 3 of them. And Destiny, our freshman, had 3 of them. So just getting extra possessions, I wrote that on the board too. I said we need to get some extra possessions and then really just settle in, calm down. I thought our fourth quarter defense, obviously they only scored 5 points. I thought was big because we were getting stops and we were getting extra possessions to be able to go back up. And if we didn't get an easy shot, we were kicking it back out and being patient, and then just working the ball around and trying to get a better shot.
Okay, stay here.
KK, so you put up 14 points today. The team, there were 8 other players to score, and 6 of them put up 5 or more points. How cool is that to see that just, I guess, depth show out on the court today?
It was great. I think balanced scoring is what Coach Abe always preaches about. So to actually see it tonight, it was phenomenal. A lot of players got off the bench and contributed, so it was phenomenal.
And then Siani, the team forced 27 turnovers today and 23 points off of that. I know that's kind of been a philosophy this season is defense and forcing turnovers. How effective and how are you guys able to make that happen so effectively each and every night?
Just working on it in practice. In practice, that's what Coach preaches, just getting in people, turning them over, playing really, really solid defense for 4 quarters. So, that's what we try to do every single game.
Mic's open just for no. Anyways, so Wichita State scored 32 today, Coach, and then their season average has been 64. How important is that, and how were you guys able to hold them to just half of their season average on points?
Yeah, I mean, just like Siani and KK said, I mean, we just, and we were lucky. We just played them too, so we kind of knew their personnel. We kind of knew what they like to do. We knew that 24 had a fabulous game against us last time at our place. She had 17 points, and so we really knew that she was going to be a go-to player for them. Number 2 was going to be a go-to player for them, and number 12 was going to be a go-to player for them. And so we really try to key on them, especially so they didn't get some easy points. 24 did a really good job. I think having played them before really helped our team defensively, and obviously we had the scouting report. We kind of knew what plays they were going to do. It's really hard within one day to throw in a new play, especially against our defense. It's really tough to do that, and so we really worked on how we were going to guard all the cup. They ran 2 sets a lot, and they threw in a couple new ones for this one, but we really did a good job of guarding them and figuring out the new sets that they were going to run.
And Coach, looking forward, how important is it to continue this this physicality on defense, this tenacity on defense?
Yeah, obviously Siani and KK have probably been with us the longest, and they understand that defense wins championships. I mean, and no matter where you go, it doesn't matter if it's our game tomorrow or the game that's going on right after us. Defense is going to win championships because sometimes shots fall and people get nervous, right? And it's a brand new facility, and this is nobody's home court, so defense is always going to win games for us.
And this is for both KK and Siani. The bench was just, for lack of a better word, ecstatic today throughout the second half of the game. How much fun is this team having right now?
We're having a lot of fun. We're just taking it game by game. We're enjoying ourselves. This was a great win, and we just like to have some fun.
Yeah, that's like what KK said. We just like to have fun. We bring energy every single game because it helps us on the court. So we just keep bringing energy, and it helps us get wins.
Coach, last one I'll ask. If you just look ahead to tomorrow's game with either Cincinnati or Memphis, can you just get your thoughts on the potential matchups there?
It's both teams are going to play super hard. It's March Madness right now, and so we just gotta enjoy this moment. The team needs to enjoy this moment. Get something to eat, watch the game, and then we'll prepare for whoever we play. I mean, we just gotta focus on UCF and not the other team.
UCF, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, appreciate it. Thanks so much. he having a nosebleed? Oh, okay, yeah, he gets random nosebleeds at times.
Is it dry in here? Is it, yes, someone, it is very dry in
Oh,
here.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, I feel like we're,
Yeah, sometimes it's, if it just gets bapped in it, then there it goes, but yeah.
he's okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome, thanks for doing that.
No, Renee, that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Wichita State is here. Okay, we're joined by head coach Keitha Adams, senior Ashley Reed. As per our usual format, we'll take an opening statement from coach and then open up to questions for coach and the student athletes.
Well, it's a tough game when you struggle to score like we did. Basketball is about putting the ball in the goal, and UCF has a really good team. We've played them twice, and they've dominated us both times. Right now, it's just they're a better team than we are at this moment, and where they're at is where we one day want to be. They've got a good club and some really good players. They dominated us on the glass. We only got to the free throw line 4 times and 27 turnovers and just a tough game. So, credit them for being a very good team. And for us, we just struggled offensively. We just struggled scoring. I mean, they had 28 points at half. That's not a lot. That's not bad. But our problem was our offense. We didn't have enough points on the board. So today was a tough day for the Shockers on offense.
Coach, is that a function, you mentioned the struggles on offense, is that a function of UCF? Is that a function of fatigue from playing a close game yesterday?
I think there's a little bit of, their defense, they really play that extended 3-2 zone, and we felt like we really needed to get the ball into the high post more. You need that shot at the high post. You got to stick that in the high post. You need to, when you get the ball down to the post, and we need to be able to score inside. And then maybe if you get that inside game going, you can go a little inside and then kick it back out. I think their post players dominated us, and we're very physical, and we struggled, when we did get it around the basket. We didn't finish well against them, and they're a little lengthier than us. So you got to credit. You got to give them credit for their defense. They do a nice job with that, and I really felt like we needed to get that high-low and that high post shot going. You can get to playing sideways and going a lot to the corners, and you got to get it in the paint. You got to score in the paint, and we just failed to do that.
And Ashley, this is a team you played about 5 days ago. Obviously didn't go your way then. How much, if at all, did the showing in that game affect this one with a young team?
I mean, the last time we played them, it wasn't pretty, and we wanted to come back for revenge. And I don't think we came out and did that. It was kind of hard scoring everything. I just think we didn't come out with the right mindset to, get revenge from the last game.
The rebounding, you look at their stat line there, 39 to 25, and they scored 22 points off second chance points. So you take 22 points, that's, you're looking at a different game if you look at the rebounding aspect. We've struggled this year with rebounding, being physical and putting the body on people and box out. That's not been a strength of our team, and that definitely got exposed tonight.
And then with this being the final game, Coach, I know the game just ended, obviously, but do you have a chance to kind of look at the season in general and what you think of it as we come to an end here?
Yeah, first I'd like to let everybody know that Ashley's been a joy to coach. She's a senior that has done what we've asked her to do here at Wichita State. Great work ethic. We never had a day that we had to get on to Ash about her motor, her speed, and her work ethic. So I've just told Ashley that I really respect her for that, and if she ever needs me to make a phone call for her, I'll vouch for her and her work ethic and what type of person she is. So I appreciate that, Ash. We talked about in the locker room, our team set goals before the year started. We wanted to win 20 games. And postseason play, we won 16. There was definitely, probably 5 or 6 games that we could say we left on the floor that we could have won. We could have won those 20 games. We were close. We were there. But it's good, you set goals, and I think that what I told him, I said it's like what I would describe this year as is imagine yourself, you're going up to the door. And you're knocking on the door, you're there, you're close, you're knocking on the door, but that door's you're not knocking it in. And, I think we had some moments that we played some great basketball, and we had some good wins, but then we had some tough moments. And there was times it was fun to watch us play, and then there was times it was hard to watch us play. So we've got to add some pieces. Recruiting's an aspect, and then our players returning have got to get better. So, we've got a combination of two things that we got to do there. But, on one hand, we were close to getting a 20-win season. When you win 20 games in basketball, that's good. That's not an easy thing to do. It's a long year. So, I think on one hand it was kind of frustrating. But on the other hand, you can look at it that we're closer to where we want to be, but yet we're not where we want to be. So it's a combination.
Anything further? Wichita State, thank you.
Thank you.